Welcome to a returning episode of AWS Unorganized. It's your boy Gary Dane, and that's right, we finally figured out the issue with our video editing. But first, a little context for the match. Live in Winnipeg, Canada, home of a certain Jericho. Yes, I am, of course, talking about Deathstroke's son. And, of course, this is yet another qualifying match for the tag team tournament. Two teams here, both qualified to be in the qualifiers. First, here comes the Simpsons family. We got Marge, we got Maggie, we got Lisa, and we got Bart. Though Maggie and Lisa will be the ones competing, as they were the ones who vanquished comedy and tragedy to get here. So it seems like Marge is their leader, though. There is also a notable man missing. That, of course, being Homer Simpson, who decided to enter the tag tournament with Ned Flanders, not thinking his family would also join. But now he's got to battle his own bloodline. And I'm gonna be honest, this is getting kind of real here. Marge, of course, getting her, she's got her masks there, make sure she's not by any audience members. Bart looks fucking terrifying. Uh, Honestly, all four of these people are just like, it's kind of bad when Maggie with her freaking like Mad Max mask. Holy crap, that is surprisingly hard to say. Yeah, it's bad when she's the most normal looking one. And the reason why we were gone for about 3 weeks is because Filmora decided to be greedy and was like, hey, you know how you paid for this thing that lets you have Filmora forever? Well, in the latest update, we have decided to take that away from you, and you now have to pay a ridiculous amount a month, and I don't know if ridiculous is the right term, but like, I still don't like that they just like yanked the thing that I freaking bought. It's like, they just pulled a freaking Sony on us. So that took a while to kind of figure out like the right video editing, plus, how live can get sometimes. Luckily, we found this beautiful little app called KDen Live. That's KDEN Live, Live. And well, it will definitely take a little getting used to. So if the editing is a little shoddy at the beginning, that is why, and also why it may be kept to a minimum for the time being. But I will say though, it is nice to finally be back on track. Homer running by his family. He knows he's gonna have to battle them soon. Does he have the heart to do it? I mean, normal Homer, he really only strangles Bart. He doesn't really go for the rest of the family very often. May occasionally get Marge into some shenanigans, but never fought them in the ring before. How far can we push this version of Homer's morality? God damn, look at the size of that head. I would not want to take a headbutt from this guy. His head is like twice the size of mine, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I'm a little intimidated. There's a reason why I only wrestle part-time. Of course, Homer's partner here, his neighbor Reno. This unlikely alliance. Ned frickin' Flanders. I don't think his middle name is frickin', but I could also be wrong. He used to be accompanied by a demon. Nobody really knows what happened to that demon. Could still be lurking, might not be. Maybe Homer is the demon. I don't know, man. Every time I try to get an interview with Flanders, all he does is scowl at me, saying that something about aliens not being the God's chosen people or something like that. Very, very odd thing to say. I gotta admit, especially on launch. Like, well, it wasn't launch. I was asking him. You know what? I'm tripping. I'm stupid. But you know what else is stupid? Me. Ha! You didn't expect me double self-deprecation, did you? God dang, Flanders is angry right now. Look at him. I don't know though. They did pretty well when they Shit, who did Homer and Flanders beat up? Oh yeah, they beat up a freaking Trump and Clinton. Yeah, that was like their final that was like one of their final matches. Before that led to like their team imploding, and then JD and Bill fought for a career, but then because the Epstein files came out, like everyone ended up just getting fired in the end anyway. So Flanders and Homer casually bearing like 3 careers at the same time, though I don't think anyone's really going to be complaining. At least most people, though. You know what? But let's put that to the side, though. You know, let's not be that kind of channel quite yet. Suplexing Lisa so hard that the freaking stats disappeared, and following the big boy. Jesus, that is 400 pounds of man just murdering his own child. Oh god, there's that headbutt. Like I said, I would not want to take that. He looks like he could like break a steel wall with that thing. Or a fence. Now taking his old buddy Ned Diddley Doodley Flanders. Double axe handle to that skinny little arm there. I'll say, Lisa, if I were you, I would tag in Maggie right now, because these are getting thrown by Flanders right here. That exploder. Dear God, these two are brutal. And even like that Mr. Perfect running neckbreaker to the side that everybody does, even the Giants. It's come to become that and the Snake Eyes for some reason, like 2 moves like 2K computers really love to. Oh my god, he's got glass. Oh my god. Dude, imagine your neighbor just like smashing a glass tube on your child's head and then tagging you in. What do you do in that situation? Comment down below, let me know. Otherwise you're home like, oh, Homer taking a move from his partner's playbook. That cross forearm right there. Shades of Ned Flanders with Lisa trying to tag in Maggie, but Homer quickly stopping that. He only wants to beat up Lisa, I guess. He got tired of her episodes. You know how Lisa episodes go. That's right, we took a shot at the right earlier, now we're taking a shot at the left. Lisa going to go for the 500th Believe in Yourself episode that will have something to do with either veganism or whatever the current progressive talking point is. In this episode here on AWS, it's about the patriarchy. Yeah, she's got to deal with the patriarchy. That is the theme. That and doing the regal cutter, the straight jacket neck breaker, and slamming Flanders' head. And so finally getting some offense in right here. Which, you know what, good on her. I don't know if I feel like if I was in the ring with Homer and Flanders, not gonna lie, I think I'd already be in the hospital. So, you know, I'll give the saxophoner this. Actually, both her and Bill both play saxophone. That's kind of a wild coincidence. But you know what? I already said politics to my side, and I broke my freaking promise like 3 minutes ago. You know, this is why our show's in the conditions, and because we're all a bunch of liars. Here at AWS, you know, we're like all the white girls born past 1997. Insert the whole shit post here. Oh god, what's Flanders doing? Oh my god! Oh god! Forearms to the back of the skull, and those are some big forearms, I gotta say. Like, Popeye the Sailor Man would be proud of those. Sheesh. Oh my god, another one. Dear God, it's like they're trying to send her to the friggin' hospital at this rate. Dear God. The aggression of Flanders right here. This is a man who suplexes giants for a living and just tosses the baby out of the way. I guess he could have done a lot worse, but still. Pure, unadulterated brutality and a big boot. Hey, 2. No. Beating the buzz numbering system this time. But how long? Tagging in the Homer. The man with the Odyssey in theaters. Maybe now? I forgot the release date. And the camel clutch. Shaquille O'Neal managed to make Eric Rowan tap to this. Will Lisa do the same? Though it seemed like Homer only had one hand under her chin, the other was just sort of like floating there oddly. Oh, throwing choke slam all the way across the ring. Maggie was smart to immediately break that up. So I'm gonna be real, I feel like that could have been it right there. He just like, oh god, he's got another choke in mind. Oh my god, why you little? Bart's usually the one that gets us, but now Lisa's the one suffering these consequences. Oh, and he chokes her out. That's it. That's the match right there. Maggie didn't even get tagged in as Homer and Flanders make it to the tournament. He was willing to destroy his own child for these for a chance at the tag team titles. Not gonna lie, I feel like the Simpsons family may be having some issues after this. You know, if I were Marge, I would be a little peeved that I chose my neighbor over my kids, but you know, that's how much these tag titles mean to these people. The Chaos Tag title, a chance to fight the Pancake Posse in their never-ending reign. Being the two to end it could be absolute career makers right here. Homer picking Lisa up. Just like, god dang, that's crazy to see. Especially seeing Homer being like twice her size. Like, geez, that was a glorified handicap match right there. What a power statement by these two, and even high fiving. It looks like, and other news too, since they have officially qualified in the tournament, that means they will start entering together after this match. And they will also have a more unique victory scene if they happen to win. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, this has been your boy Gary Dane. Only 2 stars by Rob Walker, which, you know, again, you know, this was a pretty short match. Didn't really get to see Maggle, so fair enough right there. But, yeah, anyway, this has been your boy Geralt Deralt. More AWS coming soon.